Okay, so we have discussed about the basic idea of push down automata. We have seen that how push down automata works. We have also seen how the stack can be used in a push down automata for solving a problem. Now we will go for some example. So let's take that example like this. We start with this example that we have to construct a language L for a to the power n, e to the power n. Now you see um, what is the hint is given over here that if you get a, that means somehow remember one thing, that you have to remember how many a was there, and you have to remember how many b was there. You have to match them. But now problem is that there is no such algorithm for matching two values. You cannot do like this, because at the very beginning of the automata theory, when we started understanding that how we can approach a problem, I have told you that it is not a simple, it is not something like an algorithmic task. Rather, there is a machine, which machine is basically reading the characters one by one, and depends on the current symbol or other state of the system. I mean, state of the system. It is taking decision. The machine is taking decision where to go, and ultimately, when the characters of the string will be the reading the characters of the string will be completed, then uh, then you will the answer inherently present over there, whether the string will be accepted or not. That is why you cannot count the number of a. But what we can do, suppose that we have a stack, and what we can do, if we want to check whether this a and b, number of a and b is same or not, what we can do, for each and every a that we are getting, you must have uh, you can, what you can do, you can push some symbol within the stack, and for each and every b that you will get, you can pop the one symbols from the stack. Now if I assume that initially the stack contain only z, then if the string is correct, then maybe say 4a followed by 4b's, meaning a then b. Okay, so for these 4a's, 4 symbols will be pushed on the stack, and as soon as when b will start, then these 4 symbols will be popped one by one, and after reading all the b's, when your read pointer will be at the end of the string, will actually be beyond the end of the string, then you will see that you have only z left on the stack, and that is only possible if the number of a and number of b matches, because the stack operation we have taken just complementary for reading a and b, right? But the situation is not so easy. Not so easy in the sense that it is not something like if I say that I have a string something like a, then b, then a, then b. This is not correct. Here also number of a and number of b is same, but it is not correct. I should have all the a's, then all the b's. That means how I will think that all the a completed, then b started, and if b started, then obviously I will not expect there will be no existence of a. And this one I can represent by the change of the state. What I mean to say is that assume a situation that you have an array. Okay, you have some, let's try to realize, as I told you, that you don't need to think about the wrong string, right? Just think how you can manage with the correct string. Automatically, for the wrong string, the grammar, the system will be prepared. Let's see how we can do this. Suppose that we have a situation a A, 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 then B, 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 B. So this is correct string, right? It should be accepted. So what I will have over here in the stack, in the stack, there will be a stack. I'm sorry. Suppose this is the stack. Something like this, and the stack content is something like this one. Initially the stack content is Z, right? Stack content is Z. Now as I told you that when I will find this A, I will push a symbol on the stack. That's why you see, I can say that suppose you are in the first, your initial state is P, suppose. So I can say, if you are in P, that means in initial state, and if you get a symbol A, and if you think that stack is empty, that is Z, what I will do? I will push another symbol over here, suppose X, and that is what is expressed in this particular transition function. If you see P, and if you get a, and if you see that you are in the initial stack situation, then you will be in the same state because you are reading A, and you will push a new character X. So a new character X will be inserted, right? Now the next character, now your read head will be over here. Initially read was here, now is here. Now again you are reading A, but difference is that here stack content is X. You know, top of the stack is X. That's why here I have to add a new transition function, that if you are in the state P, because you are not changing your state, right? When you are changing your, you see, you are not changing your state, you are keeping the same state, but you are just pushing a stack symbol over Z. That's why if you are in P and if you get a, and if you see an X, you will keep on putting X again, right? That's why I have written XX. Means already I have a X and I am pushing one more X over this. It's another X, right? So this is done. Now what will happen? Now it will check for this particular. Okay. Now see, whatever number of A I have over here doesn't matter. This particular this particular transition function will be repeatedly used, because again the same situation, you are in state P, you have got a symbol, you can read a symbol A, and your top of the stack is X, so you will keep on in the same state and push X, done. Now this character, again same situation, push X, done. And now your read head is reading over here, and I can see, we can see from this example or from this particular string that now this is the part of the transition, because somehow we have to remember that all A has completed and B has started. So if there any A occur after this B, then somehow I have to restrict that. That's why what I have done, you see, as soon as we have seen there is a B, we have just take a situation like we are, without consuming any symbol, we are keeping the, basically skipping this step. We are doing nothing. We are doing nothing. But what actually we are doing? We are changing state from P to Q. That is the purpose we need, because this change of the state will reflect that all the A has completed and B is going to be started. That I require, because why it is required, I hope you will realize it very soon and show you that. But after this, you see, for all the B's I have to basically pop all these X's, and you see, if we just see that, you see, you have got, if you are in state Q, now you are not in state P, you are in state Q, and on getting symbol B, if the top of stack is X, what you are doing, you are keeping in the same state, but you are removing one symbol by this lambda. So what's happening? This is read, but this has been removed. Now your read head is pointing here. Now see, for all this B, basically this particular transition function will be used frequently, repeatedly will be used, right? Because if you are in Q, you have got again B, and your top of the stack is X, so you will remain in Q, but you will pop a symbol from the stack. So we will now pop this symbol. Done. Then this one, same situation, gone, pop this symbol. Done. Same symbol, same situation, top of the stack is X, pop. Right. Done. And now you are in Z. So now see, when you will see that now you are here basically, which is end of the string, and there is nothing to read left. Now somehow you have to accept this string because it is correct. Again, we have already seen that there is basically two ways to accept it, right? And that is what actually we have to express in two different ways. So if we consider accepting the string by the empty stack, that means there is nothing to read. That means without consuming any symbol, if the top of the stack is Z and you are in state Q, then you will just pop the last symbol, that is even Z will be removed. So your stack become empty. In this way you can accept the string. Also you can accept by the final state, that is you will not pop the Z symbol from the stack, but you will change your state from Q to a new state QF, which is basically the final state, considered as final state. So same thing, if you are in Q without consuming any symbol, because there is no symbol left to consume, right? So without consuming any symbol, if you see it's Z, that means you will change your state from Q to final state, and you will do nothing on the top of the stack. That is Z remain left over here. So now these are the two ways by which you can basically express your string will be accepted. Now naturally question will come that if the wrong string encountered, then what will happen? You see, as I told you in my previous slide, that always construct the transition function considering only correct string. Since incorrect string no transition function exists, so that means if you have some incorrect string, you will see that somehow there will be absence of some corresponding transition function, so that the push down automata can proceed. Let's see what will happen for a situation, for example something like this. Okay, I know that this is wrong string, right? A B B. This is wrong string, right? So if I have a situation like this, then let's see what will happen. So let's draw the uh, draw a simple stack so that I can keep track that what's happening. And here the initial symbol is Z. Fine. So you see, you are in um, you are here, right? You are in P. Initial state is P. I'm sorry. The initial state is this P, right? So if you are in P, if you get a and your top of the stack is Z, that means PAZ is PXZ, right? So that means an X will be stored. Fine. So your read head will change from here to here. Now P on A on X, you see P on A on X, there is a transition function PXX. That means again X will be transferred. Done. Now P on A on X, again another X. Fine. Done. Now B encounter. You see, when B encounter, then this will not work. Then naturally it will encounter, because only in this transition function the inputs are possible to accept. That you are in state P right now, without consuming any symbol, your top of the stack is X, you can change your state from P to Q. So you will remain here, your change new state will be Q instead of P. That's all. But you will remain in the state, right? And nothing will happen on the stack. Fine. So now this one will be read Q on B. What is given? Q on B and top of the stack is X, so Q lambda. That means this particular part will be popped out. So I am just crossing out what I have written over there. So your pointer moves here. So now what is the situation? Your current state is Q. You are reading a character A and your top of the stack is X. So your delta function should be, at least if this situation is correct, it should be delta Q comma A comma X, then something. But is it present in this transition function? In this whole set of transition function, is this input present in the LHS? It is not present. So whenever your push down automata will see that a transition function is not available for this, then what we call the push down automata will halt. Means the machine will stop accepting any character further. And at that point you see that you are in Q. So if you think that your push down automata that you have designed is accepting by empty stack, then your stack is not empty. Or if you think that you are designing the push down automata by the acceptance on final state, your Q is not final state. So that means whatever approach you take for designing your push down automata, this situation is know-how supporting to accept the string this one. That's why automatically this string will get rejected. Right. So this is that is why I told you that you don't need to consider about wrong strings. Just design the correct string, design the transition function for the correct string. Automatically it will able to manage for the wrong string also. So in this way we can design push down automata for some languages.